name is Jesus Contreras. Today I'll show you what I have done for the second module of this course. I decided to learn C++, so I wanted to make a calculator, a scientific calculator, so that's my project. I'll show you how my project works. First of all, I will show, sorry, give me a second, let me close, no way. Okay, so um, I will show you how my calculator works. First of all, I have to compile my file, and C++ is required to compile your um, program to create a main.x program that will be the program itself. I make a console-based program, so I have to type here all the classes, all the thing, the main file in order to compile my document. So if I click enter, I have to wait a little, and then here a next file will be created. It's file, you can see here. So I will go to this folder and open that document. Oh, document no, program, sorry. I have that over here, C++, and here calculator app, and right here I have the main. Okay, so when I open my calculator, it will show this console design, as you can see here. So the user has to type the symbol in order to make an operation. For example, if he wants to make a sum, so he clicks sum and then enter, and then the calculator asks the user for enter a number. So for example, I will introduce 5 and 6. I will make the operation. As you can see here, your current output is and the number. This is inside of a loop, so the program will continue running until I press a dot to close it. I have all these operations, all of them works. For example, I will get a tangent of a number. When I'm going to get a tangent or a cosine, sorry if my pronunciation is not right to those words, I only need one number, so I have configured my program to only ask the user one number when it's one of these operations. For example, if I type t, then it will only ask the user only one number, so I type 10, and it will give me my the current output. It will be 0.64. Likewise, I add error handling for different errors that can be thrown to the user depending of what he insert on the console. For example, if he or she insert a operation that is not over here, for example, if they type a number, then it will show them an error. Or for example, I introduce a letter that is not one of the operation, it also will show an error. For example, if I also for handling characters values when I want numbers, if I use that number, that operation, and I insert a letter, it won't work, so I have to introduce numbers. You can see, so I will choose 2 plus 3, and then it will give me 5. Okay, so okay, and to close the operation, I only have to insert dot. This is my scientific calculator. How do I make? Well, this is my main file. I wanted to use polymorphism and classes, a superclass that connect with another one. In order to do that, I have to create a main class called operation. This will be my superclass. In C++, to make the compiler to know what I'm going to do, when we create classes in a superclass in polymorphism connect with the superclass, it is better, good practice to create headers. The headers will like create a template that at the moment that the compiler run the program already know what are going to be the classes and the superclass that will make the different operations in this case. So this is my superclass. This is the class that the other classes will be the children of this one. So as you can see, this is a header with the basic operation that I will make. In this case, this function will be the function that I will override every time that I create an operation. It has to be virtual in C++ because if it is in virtual, I won't be able to use polymorphism. And over here, I have every header and every class. Okay, for every operation, the header will be the method that will be overridden on the superclass, and the class will be the method itself, the operation that will be making. So addition have his header and his file C++, that will be override the method with the operation itself. Here I have Recusine, and for all the operations, I have used a library called CMath, as you can see here, to make the scientific operation that I could make it as easy as it will be like addition or a subtraction. Here I have my main operation. I have to include all the classes and the superclasses here. As you can see, I have a function to deploy the design. Here is the other function when the user already typed the information that the program asks them. Then here I will pass the answer as a parameter and display it to the user. And here I have also the error handling for when the user doesn't introduce a valid number. Also, I have added that to the vision, but it is a little bit different for the user want to divide by 0. Okay, it has to be a handle too. Sorry, let me. Okay, here is the main again. Here I have the main function that will be when it will be all the logic, all the calls from my program. I have used a map to add the different operations according to the character that the user introduced. As you can see here, my variables, the while loop, in order to make the program continue working until the user insert the dot character. Here I have the different operations, well, the if condition that will determine what will be the operation that the user wants, and according to that I will call the operations map and it's called the execute method with the number 1 or 2. I'll send the user operation in order to let the program what will be the operation that will be developed. If it's not one of these operations, because these are the operation that requires 2 numbers, then it will be this one, that it will be the one that require only one number. So this is how my program works. In order to make the operations that require 2 numbers and don't have any problem with the superclass that require 2 parameters, the operation that require only 1 number, I will in the header I will declare array the variable for the second number in order to don't get an error. I have to add the b here. So that's what I have done. Okay, let me come back, and here I will put the function to display the user answer, and if the user chooses an invalid operation, I want to display again the calculator design without the answer bar. Here I delete the operation from the map in order to save resources. This is very important in C++ because the compiler works very different from the other programming languages, and it has to be handled in order to don't let the operation remain in the memory. So that was I have done here. So this is my program. This is what I have done. Thank you.